Hey everybody, thanks a lot for tuning in. I am so pumped to bring you a Besame lip product haul today. I have become such a huge Besame geek. I think they make fantastic lip products. If you're not familiar with this line, they are sold on BesameCosmetics.com, which is where I got this stuff, but you can also find a lot of this stuff on Sephora.com as well. But the brand basically is making these vintage replica lipsticks, and I will link to the first video I did on Besame below because I talked a lot about the history and just why they do what they do. But I think it's so neat that each lipstick that they release is very thoughtfully put out. They have gone and sought out like a key shade from a certain era, like a particular year in history, and they find a way to absolutely replicate the pigments in that shade, the finishes, and just bring these iconic colors back to life as something we can purchase now in this beautiful packaging. Just an absolutely stunning product just to have, and you feel so just glamorous when you're putting it on. And I feel like the line is very heavy on reds, but I did get kind of a couple of different shades, I think, a little bit outside of traditional reds to show you in this video. And they've got other products as well. I have a blush from Besame, some of their face powders, brushes. I could get into a whole maybe hits and misses of Besame in a future video. If you'd like to see that, let me know. But for now, I thought I'd just show you what's new because in a couple of cases I was trying on things for the first time for this video, and I thought it would just be fun to bring you along with that. But the overall thing that kind of prompted this haul was when I saw, and I believe it was on Instagram, that their Sweetheart Lip Glaze was discounted to just $5 on the Besame Cosmetics website. So I thought, that's lower than what I'm paying for some drugstore lip products these days. I should probably check them out, and I'm really glad that I did. They are called Sweetheart Glaze, and this is the little box they come in. Even the outer packaging of Besame stuff is absolutely adorable and luxurious. But it says luminous lip protectant and moisturizer. It says thick and rich, Sweetheart Glaze stays where you put it and is not sticky or runny. Our glazes form a barrier on your lips to slow the loss of water and moisture. And yeah, they say they contain vitamin E, sweetened with natural fruit and candy flavors for an added treat. So I got a couple of the colors that were available. One is caramel or caramel. I'm so stuck on saying caramel, it's just stuck in my ways. I'm sorry, I just say it caramel. This is like a creamy tan lip color, and these do have some sheerness to them. Unlike any Besame lipstick, these glosses are, I think a very traditional gloss in that they are slightly sheer. There's no sparkle in either of the shades that I got, but as you see it applied, I think the fact that this is a little bit deeper than a straight up light classic nude, that quality in this gloss is what's allowing it to still kind of show up on my lips, even though it is neutral and very sheer. So I do like the look of caramel. While their lipsticks have just the most beautiful, light vanilla scent, I'm getting just a teeny bit of a sweet scent on these. It's just really not something I take note of big time one way or the other. The applicator is a very standard doe foot. It doesn't hold a lot of product, so you may find yourself having to dip back into the tube as you apply to the top lip, after you've done the bottom lip or vice versa. But I get what they're saying about these being moisturizing and kind of locking in the moisture on your lips and wearing for a decently long time because they're not a thin, slippery gloss. They're not going to be sliding outside your lip line. That being said, some people could find these to be, I think, a little bit on the sticky side just because of their thickness. To me, it's nowhere near annoying or uncomfortable or anything like that, but I think their description is pretty accurate in that it's a thick gloss and it does kind of lock in the moisture. So I think caramel would be a nice, easy, anytime shade. It's without a doubt the most subtle Besame brand lip product that I have, so I think it's totally worth the $5 and probably then some. And then I got Grape, and it looks so dark. It almost looks like a really ultra dark blood red, and then you see it shearing out on your lips and you've got this just deep berry wash of color. And this one is a little bit harder to make even on your lips, even though this gloss has the same thickness I've described with the other, it's the same formula. Just the fact that it's a deeper tone means you have to be a little more cautious with getting it spread evenly on the lips. It's not a big deal, and it's the kind of thing that most people would probably just do kind of mindlessly, just making sure it gets all nice and even. But that's just something to be aware of. I do love this color. This is the kind of thing I would reach for a lot if I'm looking for any kind of berry tone gloss. I could see myself wearing this on on top of different berry lipstick looks or lip liners just to have some shine, but yet not be worried about this formula drifting outside my lip line. Packaging wise, you know, there's nothing really special about the tube part that's holding the gloss, but the cap is so beautiful. It's got that sort of, I don't know if you call it etched design there of a little florally vine, and I think they are so beautiful, and I'm really glad that I looked into that, and it just prompted this little haul. Another thing that I wanted to get is their lip brush, and this was $15 on the website. I only own really one lip brush that I find myself using continuously, and you really do have to clean off lip brushes, I think, absolutely 100%, so you're not mixing colors when you apply. So I thought it might not hurt to have another lip brush in the rotation, and this is gold, my other one is silver, and it has this beautiful like kind of reddish, deep reddish wood look to the handle here. And then you could just use this short style if you wanted to, or you can pop the end in the longer piece and use it that way and feel very glamorous. Oops, I think I'm gonna redo this little ponytail thing I've got clipped back here, but it's really handy because I find myself wanting to use a lip brush with my Besame lipsticks most of the time. So this is great. I love how the brush does come to a soft point. The point is not so extreme that it can't carry some color, but it's absolutely perfect for getting that precise line and practically feeling like you can pick up some color off of your lipstick and use this lip brush as a lip liner. You know, you're transforming that lipstick into a very controlled application. And you might find this not just with Besame lipsticks, but with other lipsticks that you own. When you apply with a lip brush, you can get a totally different look because you can get a really sheer application and build it up very slowly, whereas when you're applying it straight from the tube, you're going to get kind of like one level. So whether you get this lip brush or any lip brush, I think a lip brush is worth having. Now, as I look for the info on the specific lipsticks I got, something neat that is also on their Besame Cosmetics website are their mini lipsticks for $8. So those are like the lipsticks that were in that holiday type kit. You can get those individually if you just wanted to try certain shades. I don't think they make every shade in a mini on there, but anyway, one of the lipsticks I got was one of the most recent ones that they've released, and it's called Wild Orchid. And this is kind of different for Besame because they make so many reds, and this is like a really pretty like berry with a hint of violet. It has a little sheen to it. I don't want to call it frost or really shimmer because that's just not what I see in this color, but there are some great and perfectly lit close-ups on their website of this shade, and you can just see a little bit what I'm talking about. Like there's just the teeniest bit of pearlescent quality to this lipstick when it's hitting the light, and you don't necessarily see that when it's not in full-on lighting. But it's a 1952 replica shade, and they describe it as a beautiful deep fuchsia red with slight shimmer, a semi-matte finish with one coat full coverage. And the lip brush can be very transformative for this shade because when you apply it, and you see me applying it, like the first coat with the brush, worn very sheer, this looks awfully pink to me. And then what I like to do, and what I've seen advised, I think in a YouTube video from Besame that I saw, you blot off the color and then apply another coat. And once you do that, you get more of the true color. That first step is practically just like staining your lips, like locked in staying power, blot it off, apply again, and that's where you're really building up the color. And then you could even blot that once more if you want to. But I'm kind of building it up a little bit just so you can really see what kind of color we're working with here. And I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I love having a shade like this from Besame because I love their formulas so much. And this feels maybe even a little bit creamier than some that I've tried. And like I said, the scent on these, oh, the most beautiful, like really natural, really true vanilla scent. Just love that so much. And if you wanted to apply them straight from the tube, you could. There's no like absolute rule with these lipsticks. I just find that I have the most precision when I use the lip brush, and with any cream lipstick that you have at home. Like try them with a lip brush doing that 2-coat technique, blotting once or twice, and you will find that the staying power is shocking. Like you're gonna really think twice before applying your dry, heavy liquid lipsticks when you see just how well your standard lipsticks can apply just with a little different method. So anyway, loving Wild Orchid. And then I find I'm being very drawn to the orange and orange reddish shades right now. I think part of it's just spring's coming on us, and I just really love the vibrant look that it gives the face. I mean, look at the color that's on my lips throughout this video. I think it's just undeniably cheery and fun. And so I have a couple of Besame lipsticks that I thought were a little bit orangey, but I went for the extreme with the shade called Carmine. It's very, very orange. I still think there's some red in it, but it's just such a beautifully vibrant color. And the lipsticks, by the way, on Besame's website are going to cost you $22 a piece. So they ain't cheap, but they are so worth the money. This says a neutral orange red with mostly orange pigments, perfect for golden and olive skin tones, bright and beautiful on light skin too, semi-matte finish with one coat full coverage. So with the Wild Orchid, it was kind of rare to have that little bit of pearlescent finish in the lipstick. The vast majority of shades that I've tried anyway are just straight up creamy, like this one, like Carmine. And so as you see it applied, I used the lip brush and I got it completely cleaned off because I didn't want any of the other shade mixing with this so you could see the true color going on. But I get that first coat. As you can see, it still goes on very full color, but I think of this more as the staining coat. And then I blot it, apply more, and here I'm really building up the full color. And I think it's so beautiful. It really brings so much life to the face. You will get more shine on your lips from any of your Besame lipsticks if you apply them straight from the tube. Just because you're getting a thicker amount of product on your lips, it's going to have a little more moisture on there. It's going to catch the light more. But when you apply them with the lip brush, you will really maximize the matteness of the look if you want to. And then you can, of course, blot it again and really mattify it instantly under any circumstance. But gosh, I love this color so much. And it caused me to want to give you a little comparison here because I have a couple of other shades that I think are in the ballpark. I wanted to show you Tango Red beside this. I just love Tango Red because it's got a lot of orange in it, but more red. So when you see those side by side, that should become clear to you. And then I have Red Hot Red, and I thought of that as a little bit warmer red compared to other things that I own, but you can pick up on a little bit more of the blue tone coming out of it when you see it third in line after Carmine and Tango Red. So just to give you some reference there, because sometimes when we're throwing out red, it's like, what's the actual difference? Well, Carmine is going to be the most orange. Tango Red, still an orange red, but heavier on red. And then Red Hot Red, which is the Marilyn Monroe like replica shade. This is more of that classic old Hollywood movie star red, and I love that color too. And did I say Carmine is the 1931 replica shade? And an interesting thing that you can see if you go on Besame's website, they have a little section here where you can submit your photo, so you can see different people with different hair colors, skin tones. Some people post their swatch pictures. You can see what different people look like wearing this product, and I think that's super handy. So anyway, that's that. And then the last little thing in this haul, and this is in true haul fashion here, I'm just going to show you this because I haven't tried it yet. I really want to, I don't know, acclimate myself to this application style before I get on here talking about it. But I got the Besame Cake Mascara. This is a very old school concept. It says 1920 black cake mascara, applicator included inside. That's what the applicator looks like, just a little brush. And oh my gosh, look at this gorgeous tin. How old school. I'm fascinated. Okay, it comes open like this, and this is what you have. There's your little brush. The brush is really no frills. Like, this brush is built for service, I can tell. So, all right, we've got that. And then I guess your cake mascara is actually wrapped. Undo the sticker. I feel like I'm opening a wedding invitation or something. Wow. Okay, I'm holding the mascara. I'm just gonna put that in the tin. And don't worry, guys, there are instructions. And it says brows, liner, or lashes. I never thought of using it for anything other than mascara. But it says Besame Cake Mascara is activated with water to beautify lashes and brows, making them appear longer, darker, and more luxuriant. Just rinse the brush after every use. Because of its water-activated formula, cake mascara can be reapplied and layered upon without clumping. So basically it says you're going to wet the included applicator, this little guy, with a small amount of water, rub it back and forth on the cake until you make a soft paste. Add more water to thin the texture if you wanted to use it as eyeliner, and do not add more than 1 drop of water at a time. So excited to try this out, so I will definitely have to update you guys on how well this works. But that concludes my little haul off of Besame's website. Did I show you guys the boxes, by the way, that the lipsticks come in? This is what the gloss boxes look like, and then if you get a lipstick, it looks like that, and there's a little tape over the side, and it says, this shade is a true replica of a color from 19 1952 in the case of Wild Orchid right there. So anyway, it's the little details. Everything was packaged so nicely. You also get a little card that said, we want to thank you for your purchase. Our goal is to surpass your expectations. Let us know if there's anything we could do better. I mean, they're so classy, so neat. But man, can I talk for a while on a haul of only, what, 5 products here, 6 products. Thank you guys again for watching. Let me know if you'd like to see sort of a favorites from Besame type video, because I do have quite a few lipsticks now, and I think it would be fun to just let you know what my favorites are, what I think are the most worthwhile ones to try. So I will see you guys later. Bye.